Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the film The Little Shop of Horrors, which is an American film produced in 1960 and directed by famous Roger Corman, who made very interesting films, even though often with a very low budget. The film talks about an awkward employee of a flower shop which was located in the Skid Row, and the owner of the shop, he had two employees. One was this awkward guy and another one was Audrey, and this awkward employee, he had a crush on Audrey. Someday he created a plant all by himself, which was a cross between some plants and some seeds we received, and he created an unusual plant. He showed it to his boss, who at first wasn't really impressed with the plant. However, the owner of the shop realized that the plant, even though it looked a little bit sick and weird, because it was unique, it could be interesting to attract clients to the store. And then the plant was there, and indeed it attracted more clients. This guy was the awkward employee. He had a hypochondriac mother who was a very funny woman, and as time passed, he tried to make the plant healthier, but he wasn't successful. He tried his best, but then he accidentally cut his finger, and some drops of blood dripped on the plant. And then he realized that human blood was the perfect nourishment for the plant. And even worse, whenever the plant got hungry, it started talking and asked for food. And of course, that this awkward guy who created this plant, he was puzzled. And then someday at night, he by accident knocked out a guy on the street, and then he was hit by a train, and of course he was killed. Then this guy, realizing that the man was dead anyway, he decided to feed the plant with the parts of this dead man. And the plant apparently liked it a lot, because it started to grow, it started to be healthy and very big. And the more the plant grew, the more clients it attracted. Of course, that the owner of the store started to be suspicious, especially because people started to disappear from the city. And of course, the police had to investigate that. After the guy was hit, this other guy was hit by a train, the awkward employee of the store accidentally killed his own dentist, who was a client of the store. And then, as he already had the experience that the plant enjoyed eating pieces of human corpses, he gave it to the plant once more. And it seemed to be the only thing that really was the perfect food for the plant. And then, of course, the owner of the store realized what was happening. He confronted his employee. He didn't say directly to the employee that he knew about everything, because after all, the weird plant was bringing more clients to his store. But of course that he pushed his employee a little bit, and the employee got a little bit desperate with the pressure. At the same time, the awkward employee finally got more friendly and started dating Audrey, who was his crush all along. He liked Audrey so much that he gave her name to the plant. The plant was called Audrey Jr., And the real life Audrey really liked the homage because after all, she didn't know what the real plant was all about. And then after all, as the plant started to demand more and more food, and the food was blood and dead people, of course the awkward employee started to be more and more nervous. Audrey wanted to know what the hell was going on, but he couldn't explain that to her, and Audrey ended up breaking up with him. She couldn't understand his behavior, he didn't explain anything to her, she broke up with him. At the same time, the hypochondriac mother of this guy started to be more and more demanding, jealous, hypochondriac, and so on and so forth. The dialogues of this film are really funny and one of kind. It's absurd lines all over the film. And of course, time passed, and then the awkward employee saw a woman on the street who made advances to him. He started talking to the woman talked back, and then by accident he hit the woman with a stone. And as the woman was already dead, he fed the plant with this woman, as he had done twice before. And the more people disappeared, the more the police found it was something strange. Until it came to the point that they started to suspect that something weird was happening in that store. And then there was a chase of the police. The police started to chase the awkward employee. They started to think that maybe the owner of the store was involved in all those deaths. And then there was all that mess, but he got to escape the police. When the awkward employee escaped the police, he confronted the plant, because the plant could speak and could listen, that it had ruined his life. The plant had powers to hypnotize him, to make the guy look for food to give to the plant, even when he didn't want to do it. And of course, that sooner or later, the creature would hurt the creator. And then the plant finally ate the creator. And then it ate the creator on the day that the awkward employee was supposed to receive a prize of an association of the city. So there were witnesses, and to make things worse, the plant, by accident, on its flowers, it had the faces of all those people it had eaten. Then the police realized that they were the missing people and how they passed away, and so on. Of course that the plot of this film is absurd all over the place. It doesn't have any commitment with reality, but it's really one of a kind film. Most of Roger Corman's films were this way. It's very creative, it's unique, and it has lots of 1960s and 50s vibe. So I really recommend you to watch it. It's an experience you have probably never had before. And you're going to like it. The lines are funny, the actors work well. And it's always good to see what people can do with little resources when they are creative. That's all for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you!